Alright, got another match with the Pain Dreadful Simic Ascendancy deck. Haven't won yet. Let's try to fix that. Gotta try to win this. This hand could be okay if I draw a third land. I'm gonna draw, I'm gonna keep. Just get the Fertilid. Fertilid will help me find a bunch of lands. Ooh, another Simic Master, okay. Alright, that's good. I just really need one win to, like, really justify all this right here. What if my opponent was also playing Simic Ascendancy? What if this is a mirror match? I doubt it. I highly doubt they're gonna play Simic Ascendancy. Okay, they played Ice Feather Haven. So maybe like a morph deck. I really want to play his Temple. I also really want to Contagion class this thing. I assume there's just a morph deck. I'm only doing this because I want to play a turn 3 Fertilid. Well, I could have done it regardless. I just really wanted to Contagion class this thing. The morph. They're all mysteries. Mysteries in the world. The Fertilid's gonna help out me getting the 5 lands so my Scuba can come in handy. Actually do something. I'm not worried if this morph card is like a Vesuvian Shapeshifter, because then the top of the Ice Feather even, which would be pretty good. Good plans. Did he draw a card when he? Okay. Ooh, that's nice. This doesn't matter. I guess I'm gonna do the Fertilid thing anyway. But this is pretty good. That means I'm gonna get a bunch of 4/5/5s next turn. That was a nice draw. Another Scoop Mob here. Going to town. The thing with these morph decks is that they're just like really slow. Once they play like a bunch of the obscure, the Avethers, or things that like reduce the morph costs. Those are like the really good starts for these decks. My opponent's on has a little bit of a slower start. Kind of cool amp. Guild Key. I actually Contagion class this thing. It really slowed it down quite a bit. Their morph. What a surprise. Island. Alright, skewed mob time. Ooh. Ascendancy. I can do a lot of things here, honestly. I think it's just Herald and attack. It's a 2-turn clock. I'd have to deal with like a bunch of creatures, so I'm pretty good about this. Unless my opponent plays something crazy here. Ixodron. Yeah, something crazy. My guys just still have counters on them, which is pretty funny. Those plus one most counters still like are +1/+1. And now my guys are actually just bigger in a weird sense. It's so funny. Ixodron like almost helped. What were these things? Another Ave and a Willbender. Okay, so he had a bunch of Will. Alright. I like River's Rebuke in this matchup. If the game goes like really long, I think it could be really strong. Morph costs are like pretty expensive, so just having that is pretty good. This could be really bad against Ice Feather Raven, so I'm gonna cut that. Maybe we'll cut a Gambit. Double Rebuke, okay. Let's see how good this card really is. I haven't Fertiled too, so that's not bad. A bad start. Class 2 to kill something. Scare the Aver? Yeah. That's the money start here. I should have brought in my Disenchants. That would have been smart, but I'm not that smart, I guess. I could just clasp this thing. I think I just want to clasp this thing. Unless I draw a tap land. Antiqua's not bad. I love how Ixtron did nothing against me. Yeah, definitely think it's Fertilid next turn. Get that ramp. Insect Spirit. Okay. I guess he is kind of like spiritual looking. Surprised that you don't have anything to play here. They're really debating on what to play. You know, their whole deck is just like cost 3 or I guess 2 now with the Aether, so I guess the decisions are like what to play or just nothing. Okay, that's actually honestly incredibly interesting, which probably means counterspell. But playing nothing is kind of nuts. Maybe he has a bunch of Ixodrons. The next turn, I'm just gonna like pop this thing. I get to untap with it because I want to get the 6 mana as fast as I can. Maybe Ice Feather Raven here. Okay, interesting. It doesn't have like a morph cost. It's a very aggressive line. This is super aggressive. It's like incredibly aggressive. I could proliferate here and kind of kill this, but it doesn't really matter. I'd rather just like ramp to 6. And I can just tether scamp it anyway. Another morph. Surprise, surprise. For hand. Alright, it's ramping growth twice. Off an island. Alright, Fertilid. We get another forest. I'm actually gonna pay the life here in case I draw like a Scoop Mob. I want to like play a Scoop Mob. Going to 12 is a little risky, but I do have the River's Rebukes. Ooh, I have a Bioshift. A Rattleclaw Mystic. Oh, that's why you couldn't unmorph it. That's funny. The Famine too is also really good at blocking. Actually incredibly strong at blocking. I think next time I'm just rebuking my opponent to Oblivion. The only problem is if they have a Willbender, because Rebuke does say target player. Interesting attack. I'm definitely blocking. Like, I'm not afraid of anything here except for, like, Sagu Mauler, I guess. Sagu Mauler could be really scary. The 6/6 trample hexproof. What is this? Okay. I've never seen this card in my life. Histrodon. Okay. So I'm gonna take 3. Take 2. Wait. What should I take there? Weird. Okay, definitely just gonna River's Beak my opponent. Slow them down a bit. On a lot of lands, by the way. Alright, rebuke you. I don't know if I'm gonna charge this or attack. I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm actually gonna attack. Next turn I get just Savagery and probably play like a Herald. I can actually just move a counter onto the Herald for the Bioshift. So it can also become unblockable. Unblockable together. Yeah, I think my next turn is just going to be like Herald and Savagery. My opponent has to kind of like rebuild here. But I mean, with the Obscuring Aether, you can play at least 2 things. If I draw another land though, the Bioshift's going to be good. I'm not sure why he tried to flip this. They tried to flip this. It's such a very aggressive line. I guess I'll just rebuke my opponent again. Did they play a land yet? They did. Okay. They only play this one thing. Ooh. I guess I'll just clasp this now. That's actually a better play. Kind of like, yeah. Kind of like clasping, and then just like proliferating and attacking. They can't like unmorph this at all. Probably the Histrodon. Nope, it's a Zoet Cavern. They have a lot of stuff in their hand. They can definitely just play their hand here. Or at least like 3 creatures. And they just Rivers if you them all back. I might just do that. How much mana do I have? 9 mana? Or 8 mana? I really don't want them to start like unmorphing things. That's a thing. I better not like get to that point, so I think I'm just gonna rebuke them again. Dang. This is Simic Ascendancy. Alright, I'll play the Ascendancy here. The game can't get out of hand, though. Ascendancy is really good on turn 2. But it is a good alternate win condition. I feel like this is a Willbender. God, Willbender would be such a blowout. Looking at the scope of my hand, like, Willbender is an incredible blowout. Okay, there's the Mauler. I'll have to do that now, and not while he attacks. Because then he would get the pump. I'm just gonna take this. He attacks, okay. Hopefully they just don't die here to like a bunch of giant growths. Because I definitely have to kill in hand. Or am I short? No, I'm not short. I could just like attack and then Ascendancy my guy. Xidron. Yeah, I guess. I have bigger guys now. I can just rebuke my opponent with no like with no remorse, really. Okay, let's rebuke you. Again. I love River's Rebuke. It's such a beating of a card in these like mid-range matchups. Alright, I guess they're just conceding. I don't know why they conceded. They had a lot of like morphs to play, at least to block. But oh well. Take it!